Hey everybody, welcome back to It's Actually Spicy. Today we are sharing a recipe for Turkish style scrambled eggs.
Yes, we've been watching a lot of Ertugrul on Netflix. It's a Turkish show. We have been binge watching it for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded us of all the foods that we ate while we were in Istanbul. And so here's this recipe.
Yeah, our take on a spicier version of Turkish scrambled eggs.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to start mincing some garlic, jalapenos, and scallions. Those two ingredients will be going in first. So let's get to it.
So I will get started on...
You really don't trust me with knives these days.
No, I don't.
It's for my own safety.
Yeah, so we're just gonna mince it up pretty roughly. It doesn't have to be anything like dramatically smooth or anything like that, but we're gonna sort of try and caramelize everything together, so. We've got the garlic and onion, or
garlic and jalapeno.
Garlic
and jalapenos are minced.
Yes.
We're going to start off with heating our skillet. It's going to be on low heat.
Yes, we're gonna have it on as low heat as possible without it turning off. And what you wanna use something sort of heavy bottom because you can try and slow cook this, and preferably something with a top. We don't have a top for our cast iron skillets, so we're still gonna use something makeshift. But
we should probably get one of those.
yeah, one day.
One day we'll have the equipment that we need.
Yes. So we're gonna start off with about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're sort of just gonna toss that in here. The pan doesn't need to be hot in advance because we're gonna keep it on low heat anyways.
Nice.
I think that's a tablespoon. And we're essentially gonna let this come to temperature. We want the butter to melt all the way. And the butter, you want it to sort of, what's called browning butter, right?
Sort of, but not really, I guess.
Essentially, you just want it to have like a nutty smell, right? So you'll smell it, the smell of the butter changes completely.
You don't want to do it too brown because then it's burnt.
Yes.
So you have to kind of keep an eye on it.
Yep, and that's also exactly why you want to do it on low heat. We're gonna give this like a couple minutes to come to temperature, and then we'll go to the next steps. The butter and olive oil has started to brown, but now that that's done, we're gonna toss in the garlic and jalapenos and let those brown for about a minute.
Yum.
So just kind of move that around a little bit. So while that's browning, what we're gonna do is we're going to peel some tomatoes and mince the oniony part of a scallion.
So we're gonna peel the tomatoes.
Yep. So to peel tomatoes, all you have to do is sort of cut a little X on the bottom, toss them in boiling water for about a minute, and then throw them in ice cold water, and they'll literally the skin just peels off.
The easiest peeling I've ever done with a vegetable or fruit in this case.
So while Maryam's peeling that, I'm just gonna go ahead and roughly chop this up. Again, we're essentially gonna let it slow cook so that it can liquefy. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but the smaller the better because the quicker it'll slow cook, or quicker it'll liquefy. So we've tossed in the tomatoes. I'm gonna stir them around just a little bit, and while you want to sort of mix this around because obviously your garlic is on the bottom and you don't want the garlic to burn. And in the meantime, Maryam is chopping up scallion.
I forgot to smile.
So we only cut the sort of the oniony part of the scallion because we just want like a very light onion flavor.
Ready?
Yep. Going to stir it just a little bit, and then we're going to cover it and let it sort of liquefy for, I don't know, 4 minutes, 5 minutes?
So it seems like the tomatoes are ready to go. They're softening up and it's getting a little liquidy in here. And so we're going to start smashing the tomatoes.
So we're just going to grab, you can use like a fork or whatever you have. The reason that we actually like using the cast iron skillet for this is because it's Obviously you can sort of throw random metal things in there. We're just gonna mash this up. Now that we've got that mashed up, what we're actually gonna do is we're going to chop up, or mince up, I guess.
Bacon.
Yeah, beef bacon. Obviously you can use any bacon of your choice. You can not use bacon and keep this sort of vegetarian friendly. That is totally up to you.
Love bacon.
While that's happening, we're going to sort of go ahead and cover this back up.
I'm trying to pretend that this is a steak, okay?
Oh, okay.
So the bacon is all chopped up and we're going to toss it into our tomato and jalapeno mixture.
We're just going to stir that up real quick a little bit. Obviously the bacon is uncooked, so we do want to give it a little bit of time to cook through on the low heat. And while it does that, we're going to actually cover it with some cheese.
So we have pre-shredded pepper jack here.
Yeah. So it's like this is like actually like a chili pepper jack.
Yeah.
You can use any cheese of your preference as long as it's the type of cheese that sort of gets melty and gooey, because that's what you need.
So shall I sprinkle it?
Yep.
Can I be really generous with this?
Well, we're gonna do it twice, so don't be super generous, but yeah. And now that that is covered in cheese again, obviously we're on low heat. We want to let the bacon cook a little bit, so we're going to cover this again for another probably 2 minutes before we add our eggs.
So the cheese has melted.
The bacon has cooked. I'm going to add the 2 eggs. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit again to get things moving. Okay, now that we have the 2 eggs in there, we're just going to sort of mix it around, give them a scramble. Now that that is stirred up a little bit, I'm going to cover it again and let the eggs cook for about a minute, minute and a half. Egg is now cooked. We're going to remove the lid. We don't need the lid anymore.
We're gonna add some more cheese and some sumac.
Yes, or a nardone. I actually never knew what it was called in English until like recently. I was like a nardone. Do they call it pomegranate seeds? At this point, if you want to, you can sort of turn off the stove. We just want this bit of cheese to melt. And then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of a nardone on top. If you don't have this, you don't need it, it's fine. But it definitely does add a phenomenal sort of layer of flavor to it. So just gonna sprinkle that on top.
All right, so our scrambled eggs are done. We have some toast here. You can actually serve it with pita, Turkish bread, or whatever you like. We didn't have any pita or Turkish bread on hand, so we're using our toast.
Although the last time we made this, we did make it with
Turkish bread.
Yeah, Turkish flatbread, and maybe one day we'll do a recipe on that. Who knows?
So yeah, serve it with whatever you like. I like to serve it with some labneh and some feta cheese. It's just all is so flavorful. I'm such a huge fan. But yeah.
So shall we dig in?
Yep.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, let's taste test.
Let's do this.
Look at this top of the same bread. Okay, ready?
Whoa, look at that cheese.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave now.
Yeah, we're gonna eat this now. Like, subscribe. What's it? The thing, notifications. I'm shameless. Follow us on Instagram.
You also have. Did you eat it with your nose?
You know how big my nose is? Everything goes nose first.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.